There were problems with the kitchen cabinet, so Wolf decided to completely rebuild it. When he was in Tucson, his back was really bad. He didn't have the tools he needed, and the whole cabinet ended up out of square, so he had to remake the drawers, get the whole thing redone. One mistake we found was using these slides. The gear is exposed, it's plastic. This pin is plastic. Sometimes it gets stuck, sometimes it gets worn or pops off. So we have a new brand called High Point. It's about $19.50 with tax, maybe a little over $20 for a 20-inch slide. And these things work like butter. The actual ball bearing section is better, and the little tab here that will catch it is metal, so it's not going to come off. Whatever gearing in here, if there is any, is inside and protected, and it's not going to come out. Hopefully they'll be better. The side of the cabinet where the trash can goes is painted in a high-gloss scrubbable paint. I left the back wall alone so that it will reflect light into what will be a dark cubbyhole. I put a little layer of silicone caulking around the stove top here. I don't know if it really needs it because there is a foam gasket under there, but this gets so much water splashed on it. I just wanted to make sure that there were no leaks or seeps. Kitchen cabinets, the final chapter. As you can see, we did decide to put fronts on these two middle drawers. I can put my toaster, tea kettle. We kept one induction burner. The New Wave oven and some other clutter is down there. The other side of the sink is gone. I never used that side of the sink for anything but draining dishes anyway, and I do prefer this. This is so much better. We never have that many dishes anyway, there's only two of us, so they get done, set on the pad, wiped and dried and put away, which is really no trouble. And the extra counter space for working is incredibly valuable. I got this little doohickey, this drainer, at I think Camping World, or maybe it was Lazy Days, for about $12. This has hooks underneath that hooks onto here. After I use it for the dishes, of course it's wet. So at that point, it gets hung over one of these hooks to dry. As soon as it is dry, it folds up on itself and it gets popped into this drawer down here. Because there was an aluminum beam, square beam, that ran the entire length of this dining area, this wall, we couldn't put the cabinets all the way up against the wall. So he's attached this shelf to the outside wall. It's not attached to the actual cabinets or counter because as we drive, of course it would squirm, and that's how we had some of our cabinets torn off before. I do have to hem the curtains, but this means that drips and spills and clutter will not fall back in behind the cabinet and be hard to clean. Finally, for extra storage, he picked up one of those 3-basket hanging fruit units from Amazon, split the baskets, and hung them up along the sink area and the stove area, out of the way. And that works really well for extra storage, and it's not in any way at all. The seat back for this bench is not on yet. He's in the hospital. He's just had back surgery, so he's probably not going to do that for the next 4 to 6 weeks, but I didn't want you to have to wait for this video until now. When he gets out, or he can supervise me and I can do it, it's not that big a deal. And the biggest improvement at all is that I have a place out of the way to put my trash. I do not have to have that against that wall where it constantly gets the wall dirty, or any place where we trip over it. there it is. Yes, those two middle drawers are a few shades lighter than the rest of it, but the rest of it's been up here for a couple of years. Those middle drawers need a few years for the light to oxidize and darken a little bit.